Well, that's been some fun Pokemon talk. I don't know what to say. Oh boy, Jesus. Moving on to topic 2 before I don't even know.
The Game Awards.
The Game Awards, the Jeff Keighley Awards gaudy thing happened as of recording last Thursday. So we wanted to talk about, obviously, what happened. Maybe not all that what happened. We don't need to talk about the Bill Clinton kid. But, the awards and the reveals and just our general excitement for what's going on. So we're not going to break down everything. Elden Ring won Game of the Year. Christopher Judge made a beautiful speech that went a little long at the beginning for, best actor.
But he at least made it where he's like, I hope there's no time limit on this.
Yeah. Just want to get your guys' thoughts on the Game Awards and what are you excited for? So yeah, let's start with that, I guess.
Hades 2.
We know each other's thoughts. I'm going to take this opportunity while she says her thoughts to go to the bathroom.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So I will be back.
Solo. All me. Great.
No pressure.
Love this. No pressure at all. Nah, Hades 2.
Mm-hmm.
I was really excited about that. I have a lot of questions. Not to spoiler too much, like what happens to Zagreus? Well, where did he go? Why is Big Daddy Hades captured by Kronos?
Mm-hmm.
I want to know the backstory of that. I like how they're adding new gods. They added new gods, new people. Just like, I want to learn all these things. I'm really happy for the early access that's coming next year. I watched a lot of Hades in early access being played, and I enjoyed watching it grow. So I'm excited to watch this one grow as well, seeing what little things they do for this one. I need to know who these people are. Who is this girl? Why is she Hades' daughter? Where was she?
So
is this something that happened at the end of Hades?
So you think this is Hades' daughter, not Zagreus' kid?
I think it is Hades' daughter.
Okay, so
because
sister.
I just heard him say something.
He'll come back.
He'll come back, but I think it is actually Hades. I don't know. Maybe him and Persephone decide to get busy in the underworld again. Who knows? I noticed that they have kind of not a ghost arm, but kind of like a ghost zombie arm.
Sure.
Want to know why they have that? Maybe the whole thing, because with Zagreus, when he was born, he died. Nyx was like, boom, dark powers, you're alive again. Cool. Maybe they did that with them, but was a little less successful because it was more power. Who knows? But I'm like, I want to know these things. I watched the trailer a lot to see what kind of weapons they have. And I've seen that they have 2 dual daggers.
Yeah.
They have a wand. And it's like, okay, I need to know what's happening. I need to know. Give me more. The trailer can only give me so much. So,
right.
But
okay.
Yes, between that was nice. What do you think? Oh, and
it's been confirmed that it is Hades' daughter.
Oh, okay.
But I think the spectral arm thing is probably from whoever her mother is, which I don't think's been. Because she doesn't have the fire feet like Zagreus. Hades had also.
But one thing that we don't really need to talk about that came out, Armored Core. We're just gonna pass over that a little bit.
I'm passing over.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
So what else was there that was?
Stuff that looked cool. There's a lot of stuff we already knew about. They just kind of showed.
Yeah.
I can blast through everything if you guys want me really to.
Oh,
I took full notes like a normal person.
I had a feeling he took notes. That's why I didn't.
No, I saved the tab of what came out. But yeah, if you've got it, we can go through each one and comment or not.
Sure. Okay, so with the pre-show, first thing we saw was Dead Cells making a return, also with Castlevania crossover.
I think that's really cool because, as far as I know, the Dead Cells creator went out to create his own Castlevania. That was his goal.
Gotcha.
And it is a very Castlevania game.
Yeah, it's on my backlog.
Just in its own style. I haven't played it. I've watched a bit of it. Super happy that he can do a Castlevania crossover.
Yeah, very cool. Vampire Survivors is coming to mobile. Valiant Hearts via Netflix. Returnal to PC.
Oh, so 2 things there.
Yep.
Vampire Survivors to mobile. It said it was available immediately. I went on the App Store. It was not.
Aw.
Haven't looked since, but it's probably there now. Returnal PC. They released the recommended specs, and it is, as far as I know, the first AAA title to recommend 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM.
Wow. Okay.
And that's insane. Its minimum is 16 gigs.
Jeez.
And now most people who have a modern PC have 32. 16 is what people go with because it's like, oh, I can get 16 gigs DDR4. I think DDR5 actually might be out now, so maybe it's 32 DDR5.
Okay.
But it's like 16 will cover your bases. Extra is just extra. But now it's like, nope. With this, and I think what it is because the game needs to seamlessly load.
Sure.
So they need to have some way, if you're not running it on a solid state drive, and even if you are, just to have it seamlessly load the environments and what's happening. Because there can't be a loading screen in that game.
Right.
They don't have loading screens.
Let's see. After that, we had Hellboy, Web of Word. We had another look at Horizon VR, Call of the Mountain. We had Thick Boy Janitor Post Trauma. We had Viewfinder. We had another look at Yep.
Hellboy, weird that they're making a new game.
Okay.
2, Cell Shaded, interesting choice. And then Horizon in VR is going to launch as literally the best looking VR game ever. It can't not. Every PS VR game is going to look phenomenal because they can.
Yeah, I hope so.
And I think that that's somewhere they can overtake Xbox because Xbox is not touching VR.
Right. Let's see. So yeah, Post Trauma was after that. Then we had Viewfinder, which personally, in my opinion, that stuck out to me. It's like a Superliminal.
Superliminal. That was the game. I was trying to remember the name, and I told her, I was like, he streamed it.
Yeah.
I just couldn't remember. I thought it was. I was like, it's Liminal something. Like I thought it was just called Liminal Space. But yeah, Superliminal. It looks a lot like that.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, nope, nope.
No.
Wait, what game was that?
So this
was
the one
where it was like the paintings coming to 3D and yeah.
No.
She was not having it during the trailer.
I didn't like it.
Huh.
It's
just too trippy, or
I think it was just a little bit too trippy, and I'm like, I'm not gonna like that. So I'm
interesting. Okay, yeah, it like Superliminal, just messing with the perspective, solving the puzzles, stuff like that. I was like, this.
And yeah,
great.
and this game takes it even further. Like
Yeah.
they saw Superliminal and they're like, we can do better. I don't even know if it's the same company, or the same team. I have no idea.
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
But it's like, oh yeah, we can just do that. And I'm like, yes, please make cool games. I might not play them, but make cool games.
Yeah. So yeah, we got another look at Atomic Heart. Scars Above was after that. Relic Hunter's Legend. Among Us Hide and Seek, which we got to play this past Saturday at Extra Life, which was a lot of fun.
I want to play it so bad. I see so many people playing it. I'm like,
The 1 second cooldown as default is wild.
please.
So did you see my Discord of how like tasks will change that?
Yes, I saw it.
So
Oh, I
doing
did not.
tasks modifies the cooldown, like makes it longer for the killer. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, after this, we should all just play hide and seek.
I gotta edit. We gotta get this podcast up. Yes, a tad glitchy for sure. Charles says in chat, but amazingly fun for sure. Hopefully they can clear that out. I was watching some other content creators, and they were also facing not as many glitches as we had, but some drops and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
could have just been launch weekend. And then we had 3 more games for the pre-show at least. We had After Us. We had Replaced, which looks amazing. The like pixel art 3D style game. And then
Yes, yeah, that did look really cool because that was like the post-apocalyptic like I don't even know what game it looked like. Visually there's a lot of games that look like, but like
Flash.
the gameplay,
Sorry.
that game could be a really good hit indie.
Yeah. And then the last one, which hyped me up big time. Street Fighter 6 gameplay reveal with DJ and 3 new characters being revealed along with the release date of June 2nd. I am ready to get my ass whooped.
I will probably not play Street Fighter 6 because I have never liked how Street Fighter plays.
Okay.
But I love watching Street Fighter. And this, well, at least more recent Street Fighters.
Sure.
Look at that. You have the perfect.
Yes.
Hello.
So I can watch him. Or I can make him really mad and I can buy the game and just beat him.
Shut up.
That would just be rude.
I don't think we've ever played a fighting game against each other.
We have not. We've shit talked a little bit about MK11, and that is it.
Yeah.
I can whip all you in MK11.
We should do like a round robin of different fighting games. Get like Guilty Gear Strive, Multiverses, Smash Bros, MK11. You know,
Be interesting.
that would be interesting. Yeah, just like a best 2 of 3 for each game.
Sure. Yeah, sounds like a good time. All right, and then we got to our main show. We already talked about Hades 2 being the first big reveal. I would say the next reveal, if not bigger, was similar of excitement level. We got Judas, so from the makers of BioShock. This is from Ghost Story, so Ken Levine's next game. Wow.
Yeah, that was the one where I was like, this looks a lot like BioShock.
Yeah, that looks insane. Very excited for that.
Yeah, that does look very cool. It's one of those games where, kind of like Ghostwire Tokyo, I gotta wait for it to launch or for a full gameplay reveal to come out. Because Ghostwire Tokyo, the first trailer, I'm like, oh, this looks insane.
Right?
And then there was like a gameplay trailer, like a full, like, oh, here's 20 minutes uncut gameplay. And I'm like, oh, no.
And then it turned out pretty fun. But
playing this. I didn't touch it because I'm like, doesn't look fun enough.
I played a little bit. I need to get back into it. It's one of those backlogs. I got distracted. But for what I played and streamed,
also be, I've never watched anyone play it, so it could be one of those games where it's like the gameplay in the trailer somehow doesn't do it justice, and it's got a lot of really cool stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. After that, we had Bayonetta Origins, taking a very different take on the series.
Well, so from what and I could be completely wrong, I watched something before the Game Awards that was in the background, so I wasn't paying full attention. And it was either a section from Bayonetta 3 or somebody just showing a bunch of leaked footage of the game that hadn't been announced yet, but it looked a lot like that.
Oh, okay.
So there might be a small section in Bayonetta 3 that is that style.
Yeah, I haven't played a Bayonetta at all, so I was like, okay.
Same.
Really? Oh, you should play the Bayonetta games.
Okay.
I mean, have you played Devil May Cry?
Yeah, 1 through 4, 5 is one of those ones I got distracted.
I mean, 5 is extremely good. I never ended up finishing it, but it was extremely good from what I played. But Bayonetta is similar to that, where it's just over-the-top crazy combat.
Okay.
Through the entire thing. It's like, just play on the easiest difficulty, mash buttons, everything looks cool.
All right. Let's see. We got more Destiny Lightfall gameplay after that, followed by the Suicide Squad gameplay cinematic revealing that Kevin Conroy's last performance as Batman will be there, and May 26th being the release date. Very excited for Suicide Squad.
Yes.
Very excited.
I mean, I know Rocksteady didn't do Gotham Knights, but Gotham Knights was a lot of fun.
Yep.
And when I saw Rocksteady at first, I was like, wait, they're making another game? And then it's for Batman. I'm like, they can't make another Batman game. He's dead. And then I completely forgot that they were doing Suicide Squad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, got a little bit delayed, but yeah, it's interesting. Obviously, with Kevin's last performance being here, tugging at the heartstrings. I'm curious if they meant to keep that as a secret until launch, and then obviously with the unfortunate events that happened, like just decided to put that out here. Because Batman, if I remember correctly, the Suicide Squad game is a shared universe with the Arkham titles. And
it follows, yes. So I've seen a few different things about this, and I agree with most of them. Is that it must have been they were gonna reveal Batman in the game on launch. Like you played the game, and Batman, what is it? Either his death was faked, maybe he was brought back by the Lazarus pits. It could be a ton of things. And then with Kevin Conroy passing, they were like, okay, we're gonna put this up front.
Sure.
Like, let's dedicate this to him.
Yeah.
And, I think that's what happened, that they didn't intend to reveal he was in it.
Yeah.
Initially.
Gotcha. After that, we got Party Animals coming out after its early release.
That
early
looks
test.
fun.
Yeah.
That looks fun.
That was good. Yes.
Last of Us on PC coming March 3rd.
Always good.
Next game I'm very excited for, Jedi Survivor, coming out March 17th.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Steam leaked it just before the Game Awards, the release date.
I told Kayla about that. I was like, hey, this may not be the actual release date, but I think Steam accidentally leaked because they had already announced they were going to be showing off gameplay at Game Awards.
Mhm.
They're like, we're going to be showing off Jedi Survivor, and then it was like a day after Steam had the pre-order up, and it was like March, and I'm like,
Oh.
that sucks if they didn't intend that.
Yeah.
But also, one of those things where I appreciate them announcing a game, a couple months later, showing gameplay, and then being like, it's out in 3 months.
Yes, instead of 5 years. We'll see you then.
Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Elden Ring's teaser doesn't count.
No, Dead Island 3 or whatever the fuck.
Dead Island
That-
2. Dead
2,
Island
right.
2 looks sick.
Now it does.
Like- I saw a pre-alpha build of the game from like 7 years ago,
right.
and it looked horrible. And then there was like another pre-alpha after they started development over again from like 3 or 4 years ago. And I'm like, okay, this is actually not looking that bad. And then they dropped the gameplay trailers, and I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
they figured their shit out. Like, it looks like it's gonna be good and could rival Dying Light.
Let's see. Next, we had the makers of Celeste announcing their new game Earthblade coming out in 24. We had another look at Dune Awakening, the MMO, I believe. Forspoken demo being released on PlayStation as of that night. I've heard mixed things on that, unfortunately.
Yeah, so one thing I've seen about that is it does not look like the original gameplay demo they showed.
Oh, okay.
It looks worse.
Hmm.
And then I believe it was that demo, if you have HDR on, everything's blown out.
Oh. Okay.
Like, there's a weird issue. But now that people have had more time with the demo, I'm seeing a bunch of people going like, oh my god, this game has an insanely high skill cap and so much interesting combat you can do and parkour you can do that the demo does not tell you about at all.
Okay.
So it seems like it might end up being a good game,
Mhm.
but they did not drop the presentation properly.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. Oh, the best announcement of the night. If you get Grubhub, you can get a PUBG mobile vehicle. If
Yes!
you'd like.
Oh my god! Wait, hold on. Did you write down the whole ad? 'Cause
No.
I did. I sent it to some friends. Oh,
You
wrong
want that?
group
That
chat.
big
It was the
bright
best.
like red car.
Oh yeah. So I was because I was talking to some friends while watching the thing, because like the Baldur's Gate 3 launch announcement for August, which I'm sure you were coming up to. We were talking about that, and then I was like, also the Game Awards has partnered with Grubhub, so if you order from Wendy's and use the code PUBG Mobile, you can get a free vehicle skin in PUBG.
Oh god.
And they were like, you're kidding me. I'm like, nah.
After that exciting announcement, we had Genshin Impact getting a little bit more content.
Woohoo.
Another big one, Death Stranding 2 being revealed.
That looks insane. I have not beaten Death Stranding 1. I keep intending to go back to it at some point with the I started it over with the PS5 version.
Mhm.
And I will beat it at some point because the problem was I got to the part that everyone literally complained about, where you're in the snow mountains.
Ah.
And it's so tedious because you walk at half speed.
Mhm.
You're trudging through the snow, and I'm like, man, I dealt with the walking and stuff for all of this game until now, and I can't deal with it right now.
Fair enough. But yeah, it looks cool. Yeah, I'm on the same boat. I didn't get too far in Death Stranding.
Yeah, the
Just
director's cut
distractions.
has like more vehicles and stuff. I think there's like a weird snowmobile robot you can get
Mm-hmm.
that helps you with that section.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I'll get back to there at some point.
Even getting to the game
Absolutely.
late, like the people who've played it, obviously all those things they laid out are there, so it just makes your pathing so much easier.
Well, you have to connect the nodes or whatever first.
True.
And that's the problem with the mountain area, is that it takes a while to do that.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah,
At least
doing that would definitely make it better.
let's see. From the developers of It Takes Two, we had Immortals of Avum, 2023, some like mystical shooter first-person thing. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We had Tekken 8 gameplay. Looks cool. I suck at Tekken.
I suck at Tekken as well. That should be in our rotation.
Just see how bad we are. Let's see. Nightingale had more gameplay reveal or a trailer or something like that. As you mentioned, Baldur's Gate coming out in August of 2023.
I can't wait.
Wayfinder, play next week. I don't remember that one.
I don't remember that one either.
Fire Emblems Engage, get some DLC. The Sky Aurora concert. Yep, I remember that.
Yeah.
Diablo 4 coming out June 6th. Very cool
Diablo.
CG trailer.
Yes, Diablo 4 is gonna be great. I really do think that from insider information and also from what they've shown, they are not going the Diablo Immortal route. They are going halfway between Diablo 2 and 3, right where they need to be. Advanced skill trees, not just you have 4 runes to choose from. And just making a solid game that's got a slightly darker tone. It looks like it's going to be good.
Nice. We had the announcement of Horizon Forbidden West DLC, which is rumored for a while. April 19th, Scorching Sands, I believe is what it's called. A game called Blue Protocol coming out in 23.
Oh, Blue Protocol is going to be ridiculous. The problem is, I believe it's a Korean MMO. It's definitely an Asian MMO. It's an action MMO. The combat, I've seen some gameplay from the beta servers. It's insane. It's really cool. Classes are really cool. But Asian MMOs typically are either insanely grindy or pay to win or both. And I'm hoping when they do a Western release, they don't have those features.
Sure.
Like the pay to win sucks. Cause like, was it Black Desert? I don't know if you ever played that.
No, I watched a little bit of it. That was it.
Super pay to win. You could buy cosmetic armor from the shop and it gave you insane boosts.
I think that was a big thing when we went to TwitchCon, that there was ads for it
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah. I hope Blue Protocol does not do that, because it looks like a really cool anime-ish action MMO with really good combat. So hopefully they don't screw it up.
Let's see. After that, we had Remnant 2. We had the reveal.
Oh, Remnant 2. Jesus Christ. Did you ever play Remnant?
Negative.
Okay. So I don't have enough channel points, but
Start saving.
now redeeming Remnant. It was shooter Dark Souls.
Huh?
Me and Sean played it for like 500 hours.
Yeah.
If you saw it, you'd remember. It is so good. So good. You absolutely need to play the base game.
Okay.
It is a phenomenal game. You can play 3-player co-op. You're looking up screenshots so you can remember it. And I will absolutely play it with you. And honestly, could probably get my friend Sean in to do another run through. Start fresh
500
characters.
hours.
Well, the like, honestly, it's like 30, 40 hours to beat it. We just kept going through, unlocking new weapons. Like, there's a trials mode that's like a roguelike that you can do now. They added that for free. It's an extreme.
Was it the weird, like, they had a skin that was like kind of like a skin, like for the gun?
Wow, skin like a skin.
No, that was Outriders. There was a flesh gun in Outriders.
Ew.
Too many fucking.
But yes, it was the best version of, can we make Dark Souls a third-person shooter?
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah. Highly recommend you try. It's probably only $20 at this point.
We had the reveal of a hidden Transformers game and Transformers Reactivate. Kind of
Yeah.
intriguing.
I guessed that before they said it. I was like, that looks like Bumblebee.
Huh.
And then all of a sudden, boom, Transformers. I was like,
I mean, if it's as good as War for Cybertron was, I'll
I've
take
heard good
it.
things. Yeah, it was intriguing. Didn't expect that. Company of Heroes 3 getting a console release. Behemoth on VR. We had our Super Mario clip, which was pretty funny.
Yeah, that Mario clip was actually pretty good because I feel like it showed off a little bit more of Chris Pratt speaking, and
Yep.
he doesn't sound that bad.
Right.
I feel like it's line by line of whether he's gonna have a slight accent or not.
Sure.
But we didn't also see enough to really know. But yeah, I think that it was a good clip. It was a fun clip.
Yeah, I think Illumination's doing a great job with that project, and
Yeah.
they've done great with their other animations, so excited to see that. Okay, this one was a big surprise just because of the total, like, 360 of, like, what this developer usually makes. From Don't Nod, we have Banishers, which is like a witch hunting first-person combat thing, 2023 coming out.
I don't know if that's gonna be good because they make heavy story games.
Yeah. Be intrigued.
But it could be good.
Yeah.
Don't know. I mean, it'll probably have a good story at the very least.
Right. After that, we had Warhammer Space Marine, some alpha footage
Yes.
shown.
Warhammer Space Marine 2.
Yeah.
Oh my god. When I saw that, I was like, wait, is this really a sequel? Are they really doing it? Because I had talked to Kayla about it, like, what, 2 weeks ago?
yeah.
I think it was when Darktide was coming out. I'm like, after I played Darktide, I'm like, oh, this game's actually good. The only other good Warhammer game I've played was Space Marine on the 360.
Let's see. Meet Your Maker coming out April 4th. Blood Bowl 3 on February 23rd. We have The Witcher 3 Remaster coming out on December 14th for next-gen consoles. And we had an ad for Fortnite Season 4, which has come out and looks great.
Yeah, fun news about Fortnite announced today.
Mr.
Beast is
Beast.
in the game.
And you got My Hero stuff coming out Thursday. Woo! I think it's Thursday.
oh, is that when they're adding the My Hero characters?
I think it's the 16th, yes.
Who are they?
So
what are they-
Deku is
who are they?
confirmed character from the trailer. There's an All Might pickaxe. Other than that, everything is mystery. So we'll have to see if they add any more characters.
Which means
Okay.
I need to buy the Vegeta pack,
Mm-hmm.
so then I can just bully every kid playing as Deku.
What? Why?
Because he
Yeah, not
likes
sure.
fun.
Yes, because you know Vegeta would bully Deku.
I guess.
You guess.
He would. He's like mini Goku. He's too positive. He needs to accept the reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Vegeta would laugh so hard at him using I've only seen like season 1 when he does like his superpower attack and breaks his arm.
Yeah. That's true.
Vegeta would lose it. Like we would get a scene of Vegeta pissing himself.
After this, we had a little bit of an invasion as Crash Bandicoot would break in from the ceiling and rappel down to announce Crash 4v4 Team Rumble.
That game's gonna be bad.
Yeah, it didn't look super.
It's not gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
I get what they're trying to do, but they are too late and clearly did not put enough effort in. But no, I can't. Like, I will, if it's good, I will take that back. But it does not look like it's gonna be good.
We had another look of Lords of the Fallen, which looks dope.
Excuse me, the Lords of the
Oh,
Fallen.
my bad. Sorry, I was typing
Because-
fast.
Lords of the Fallen came out like 5 years ago.
Oh.
It's a sequel to a Dark Souls clone that was a launch title for PS4.
All right, sorry. The Lords of the Fallen. We got
Yeah,
another look.
yeah. The original was just. They're basically just like, it's like a do-over for them.
Sure.
Like
Suicide Squad.
it was a fine
Yeah.
game. Yeah. No, it's exactly like that. Because it's like, okay, we thought we could just make a Dark Souls clone and make a crap load of money and have us. No, you got to do it right.
Hmm.
They did some things right in the first game. A lot of things were horrible.
All right. And then I think we got the most Hollywood game that we saw of the night, featuring many actors like Danny Glover and Chuck Norris and Vanilla Ice. Crime Boss Decay City coming out on May 28th.
Yeah, whatever the hell that's going to be.
Danny Trejo.
Yeah, Michael.
Come on.
I don't know what that's going to be like, but I'm very intrigued. I just hope they didn't think paying for star power would make their game good.
Yeah, I don't know. Modern Warfare getting the free raid DLC coming out December 14th. Speaking of DLC, Cyberpunk getting DLC 2023 featuring Idris Elba. Jesus Christ, I said that. Butchered that name. My bad. All right, Nick, tell me about Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon coming out in 23.
Actually, we don't need to. Go ahead.
So, in case you didn't already know, From Software developed all the other Armored Core games.
Oh, okay.
That was one of their original titles. They were making those in Kingsfield.
Okay.
Kingsfield being the predecessor to the Souls series. A lot of similar elements. Also, Moonlight Greatsword in every Kingsfield game. And now it's been in every Souls game. But Armored Core is one of the best mech games because it's just hyper customization. Like, you got to choose which legs you had, which arms you had, which body you had. Why are you laughing?
Nothing. Just noting something. You're good. Customization. Just Rainbow's reaction. She's just over here just...
Oh, yeah.
just dead.
She's had to hear this already.
Many times. I know all about the Armored Core series now, guys.
But yeah, it's like great mech fighting. Like, and then as of yesterday, I think it was, Miyazaki did an interview about the game because he didn't want misconceptions being spread. It is not a Souls-like game. They are sticking to the traditional Armored Core mission-based games. So it's like the whole game is mission-based. It's not going to have any Souls-like elements. He is not the lead director on the game. He did world building and that's it. And then he chose someone who I think ran some of the other games and was like, you need to take over. You can make this game good. But it's, from what he said, it's fast paced. Most of it's about ranged attacks. But it looks insane. Like, I'm so glad they're bringing the series back because the last game was on PS3.
Wow. Okay.
And it will have co-op missions and also PvP arenas.
Cool.
So it sounds like they're going to keep true to the series. I also learned recently, just looking into more of it, it was Armored Core 3 or 4, where Miyazaki actually took over, and he was considered the person who ruined Armored Core.
Oh.
And then he went on to Dark Souls, and now everyone's like, okay, he knows what he's doing, and it seems like he also knows, like, okay, I know what I can do. Let's put someone who knows what they're doing in charge.
And that's good. That's good that, strengths and weaknesses, you can recognize that or whatever. But
yeah, but no, I mean, it's going to be definitely the best-selling Armored Core game ever because From Software has such power behind them now.
Sure.
And I know the guy who's running the game also did Sekiro.
Oh, okay.
He was the lead director on Sekiro. So he knows how to make a different game.
Right.
Which is great.
All right. Very cool. And then wrapping up the evening, we had Rocket League Season 9 with a Lo-Fi Beats collab. The little girl jamming out to her homework in the cat. So, all right, a little call out there. We had Wild Hearts, and then our final reveal or trailer of the night was Final Fantasy 16 with a release date of June 22nd of this coming year.
And that looks amazing.
Yeah, looks cool.
They're like leaning heavy into like the Devil May Cry fast combat. Like everything looks really good. The story seems like it's going to be really solid. It's got like a more sullen tone. Like, because Final Fantasy 15 was so upbeat. Even though there was a dark moments, like a lot of it was an upbeat game.
Mm.
It was. I would say it's a 50-50.
It was the boys on a road trip. What do you mean?
I would say
So
I played through it like 4
no.
times.
You haven't gone back to see the boys.
No, I have not.
I will submission that game. I have enough channel points.
And you're gonna
Yeah,
waste it
that's
on
fair.
that. I'll get to it eventually.
But no, it definitely seems like they didn't rush this one. They
Okay.
didn't restart development. You know, like they poured everything they could. And I know one of the lead people on it is one of the leads from Final Fantasy XIV,
Mm.
who has been making great content for that game as far as story writing goes. So they got him on there. Like they're just, I think the game's going to be crazy good.
All right.
I'm excited. I still miss my boys, but I know that I have to keep going on.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing with these Final Fantasy titles. Not a lot of crossover or at least continuation, unless it's 10 to 10-2, 13 to 13-2. Stuff
13
like that.
somehow got 3 games,
Yeah, sorry, 3 games. Yeah.
which in the first 13 was one of the worst received games. And they still sold enough, I guess, to make 2 more games. And the games got better. I still like 13,
Mm.
mostly because of the characters. 13.2 was pretty good. 13.3 was pretty good. But yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy 15 was originally a spin-off of Final Fantasy 13.
Oh,
You can probably still find the trailer. It was called Final Fantasy Versus 13.
oh,
And it
okay.
had an early version of Noctis fighting enemies on a train as the trailer. And then they just like scrapped it completely. They're like, no, this is going to be its own game.
All right. So yeah, I thought the Game Awards this year was pretty good. I mean, like we talked about, we had a little security incident at the end or something that could have been better, but
Yeah.
overall, I think it was good.
Yeah. Jason Schreier did an interview with that kid.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. He's 15.
Jesus.
Yeah. Apparently he's just a wily teenager.
Hmm.
And he wasn't like trying to like do anything ridiculous besides just interrupt the show.
Okay.
Like that was just his whole thing of just like interrupt the show.
Sure.
I guess he was on InfoWars when he was 12,
Okay.
messing with Alex Jones. he like weaseled his way on the show.
Hmm.
I don't know. Kids just they can't do prank calls anymore,
Right.
so they just interrupt game shows, I guess.
I guess. But
But
oof.
yeah, I have a question for you about the Game Awards.
Absolutely.
For any of the categories, is there something you think that should have been a nominee that wasn't?
Oh, absolutely. Cult of the Lamb, I mean, was only in Best Indie Title. I think it definitely should have been like art direction. I know it's a simpler style comparatively to some like these other
No
ones.
art, but it did have unique art direction.
Yeah, so I would say that a big omission, but it was a very early year release. Nobody Saves the World, nowhere to be seen in this. Another
That's
indie
true.
title.
I also think that Nobody Saves the World did not reach as many people as it should have.
Yeah, great game.
I played it on Game Pass. It was so much fun, and I think it just didn't hit on other platforms besides Game Pass, and that's why.
Gotcha.
But that was a very, very good game. That was the one where I could turn into different animals.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
rat, the
I remember
horse.
that one.
Yeah.
I'm like, nobody saves the world. What's the no? Oh yeah, nobody, and then they turn into all the other things. So.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's a good one that could have been in there somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, that could have replaced As Dusk Falls.
Other than that, I'm trying to scroll through and see what won. Not that I remember what everything, got nominated. Yeah, I would say those are my big 2 standouts of just ones that for some reason didn't hit. I mean, Tinykin was great, but I can understand that didn't resonate with everybody. Another indie game. And Inscription was last year technically, even though it only made to PlayStation platforms this year.
Yeah, I mean, indie games is tough because there are a lot of them and a lot of good ones too.
Yeah, this year was great for them.
So that is definitely tough.
Yeah.
What about you? Any for you that should have stuck out? Should have been in there? Nothing?
No.
I haven't really played that many new games.
That's fair.
A lot of the games I've been playing have come out years and years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. I mean, Tiny Tina's came out, what, 2 years ago?
Last year.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, so
Last
say
year,
it wouldn't be
yeah.
in.
okay, I was like, wait.
Yeah, it all morphs into one. You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only award that did not have a nominee that I think should have was for best esports team.
Oh God. Okay. What?
Because Moist Esports was not there.
But
They
Bazooka
should've
won
been there.
coach. I don't even know this guy or gal.
I don't know. No.
That's why those were all in the pre-show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Moist Esports should have been there. They are the only team that has players clamoring to join them, has people leaving their teams to join them, does not take tournament winnings from their players, takes like a 10% cut of like overall max, and is like literally don't start rivalries. They're just about having a good time.
All right.
Like every event they have is just like the players don't get mad if they don't win.
Okay.
Like they're not pissed because they're part of a good team and they're getting paid.
Right.
Like, you know, they're not like, it's not like FaZe or, you know, any of those other like big ones where it's like they're ground down to be champions.
Sure.
It's just like, nah, just do your thing. I do think that the reason they weren't up there on the nominees is because they don't have a League of Legends team.
Okay.
And I don't think they have a Valorant team. Or they might have just got a Valorant team. So I think that's really why, like, having a League team obviously helps.
Sure.
But, you know, they're the best Rocket League team. They got the best Smash Bros. Players. They have a lot on their team. But that's the only one that I could really think of. Like, I'm like, they should have been there.
Nice. So yeah, there's our thoughts on the Game Awards. Obviously, a lot of games to look forward to in 2023, and then a few looking out, I guess, or shown for 24, which we talked about. Nice to see close release dates and not just it'll happen. So yeah, cool. Well, everyone, this has been another episode of the Wait, What Are We Talking About podcast. My name is Brett, aka Enigma 9011, and today I was joined by Genghis Swan Dive Nick and Rainbow Supernova Kayla. Thank you guys so much for joining today.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Absolutely, absolutely. Remember, guys, if you want to catch this podcast live, go over to twitch.tv/Enigma9011 every Sunday, usually at 8 p.m. Eastern. You join the chat like Papa Griff, Reggie, and New York SoCal did today. Have some fun joining us in on the conversation. But if you can't catch it live, that's A-OK. Go over to YouTube and podcast services the very next week, where it's broken out topic by topic and put as one big video and MP3 for your amusement on the following Friday. Last but not least, #ad merch store. Get all of your swag over there. T-shirts, cups, backpacks, and more. Rep the brand. Support us, and we will love you for it. And last but not least, I already said last but not least, but whatever. Anything you guys can do to help us out. Leave a like, comment, share a review. Tell Artemis he's good. Whatever you can do, it may seem small, but does help us out and spread the show to more people. So let people know you had a good time, and we'd love you for it. So yeah,
I
guys,
had a great time.
Me too.
It was really great.
what a great plug. I'm going to clip that out. Thank you guys so much for watching today, giving this a watch, giving it a listen, and we will see you guys on the next one. Take care.